Welcome to the Palace of Auburn Hills. We're in suburban Detroit, the home of the Pistons, where we'll be broadcasting today's game live. We're all set to bring you NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan, joined as always by Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. Look at the Pelicans. What a story right now for these guys. Win after win. It's been a phenomenal stretch.
Well, they're hot right now, guys. I mean, they've been on a big-time roll. And coming into this game, I would say this is probably the best basketball that they've played this year.
That's what their recent games would indicate, Steve. I mean, they've been basically invincible. It's really been a showcase of just how dominant this team can be when they're clicking on all cylinders.
All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Setting the floor now for the Pelicans. Money in at point guard. Monty Eunice out there with Paul George. Then there's Dwayne Wade. And it's Knox in at the 5. Now here's Jackson. The layup off target. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. Shot denied. And they get it back. And they'll keep possession. On defense, the Pelicans. 4-point game. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
You know, their percentage from long range in that game was off the charts. It seemed like every time the home crowd got going, they just took the wind out of their sails with another three-point barrage.
Yeah, those bombs were really falling.
Jackson missing again. For New Orleans, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And there's George. That's good on the assist by Wade. George has got his second basket of the game. Outside Jackson. Here's Yates. Buries the long-range jumper.
Good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Now we'll go to DB, who had a chance to talk with head coach Brad Stevens. Doris?
The phrase superstar gets tossed around the league a lot these days, but that is how he described Dwayne Wade. He said that D. Wade's the guy we'll be giving the most attention to because he can function either as a playmaker or a scorer, saying no matter what he chooses to do, he can hurt you. We have to be ready for everything. Easier said than done, guys.
Thanks, Doris. So it's the Pistons now. The Pelicans make their last shot. And there's the pass to Yates. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. He has 6.
Looks like he might be on his game today, Clark.
Here's Money. Passes it to Knox. Takes it off the glass. Pistons trail by 4. Monroe in the corner. Now here's Jackson. He's guarded closely. Yates. Kept alive. Brings it up and in on the nice reverse.
See how he used the rim to protect the ball perfectly from the defender on that reverse.
For New Orleans, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. And he drops it in. Just a pretty release there from Money. Money's got 5 now. The Pistons have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. The drive by Jackson. And that one hits back iron.
Very porous defense down there by the hoop. He probably should make that one.
The defense looking a little bit dazed now. A ferocious throw down there.
Not bad for a player of his size.
Not bad at all. How about that spring coming out of those legs?
Now here's Jackson. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Charlotte.
And when you talk about his scoring, Kevin, I mean, with the defense trying to pressure him, I thought he did a really nice job of getting them to overcommit. And, you know, that's how he got himself to the free throw line.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played.
Well, they missed a few easy ones from inside.
And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. New Orleans leading by 4. Here's Money. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. Pass to Jackson. Here's the floater. That drops. And so here is New Orleans. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Pistons team.
Well, it's their only look at this team all season for these fans, Kevin, with the interconference matchup that we have.
And he gets it to go.
Strong rebounding, and he's rewarded with the easy putback.
Pistons trail by 4. Now the dish to Russell. Pass to Yates. They shoot again. And he gets the bucket. 8 points for him.
Well, he wasn't phased at all by the bigger man on him. And on the low block, I thought he might be.
You know, Steve, I thought maybe he'd prefer to bring him out to the perimeter, but whatever works, go to it.
Money. And he's good on the 3 ball. Money's got 10 points in the game. Steve, talking about these interconference matchups, you just don't see these teams all that much. You're not familiar with the rosters as much, and they only get together, Steve, just twice a year.
And being the first meeting of that 2-game series you just talked about, the pressure's usually more on the home team to get the job done and not set yourself up to get swept when you visit their place later on.
Here's Money after the basket by Detroit. Lets the 3 fly. The shot no good.
Yeah, no excuses there. Got a really good look at the basket after being freed up by the pick.
We say it all the time. The execution was excellent. The result not as good, but good ball movement anyway.
And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
Wasted no time on that one. Money's got 13.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
Pistons trail by 4. The pass to Yates. Down low. Here's Monroe. Oh, that's blocked.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. And stolen by Russell. The drive by Jackson. Jackson is doubled. Passes it to Nurkic. Here's Russell. No good. George with the defensive effort. Well, for Detroit, their last game a loss to the Hornets.
Yeah, they really struggled to put points on the board throughout that game, guys. And in terms of their offense, nothing seemed to go right.
And once they started spiraling downward, there was no getting out of it, Steve. Their scoring just went dry.
And the Pistons making a change here. Detroit's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Jackson drives in, and that's a foul called on Money. That's his first foul.
Personal foul, second team foul.
Monroe outside. On the wing, Jackson. Monroe, the pass to Yates. From outside, off the mark. New Orleans leading by 6. Here's Money. He's got 13. Wade gets to Moneyunas. Here's Money, guarded by Jackson. Here's Money, and it's New Orleans scoring again.
And I'm sensing, guys, this game really starting to swing their way.
To me, it seems like they're taking charge as their lead gets more and more comfortable.
Now here's Jackson, averaging 8 points a game. Serve, defended by George. Shot clock at 6. And Russell gets it to go.
You know, he seemed a bit cold. The shots haven't been falling for him early on.
Jackson comes over with the double. New Orleans moving the ball around. Pass to Knox. He kicks it to Wade. Wade, right side. The shot is off. And Detroit the other way now. To the inside. Got a piece of it. Feeds it to Moneyunas. The pass to Money. Monroe on the double team. And it's George finishing it off.
Guys, that's simply superb. Ball pressure, a run out, and then a dunk in transition.
Exactly, Clark, what they wanted. The aggressive defense to lead to.
Yeah, points in transition.
Yeah, that's why you want to make the other team feel uncomfortable handling the ball, because you can get easy points out of it at the other end. These teams don't look like they belong on the same court today.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous to have a double-digit lead this early.
Outside Jackson. Passes it to Yates. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 4 assists in the game.
What a quarter for him at the offensive end. He's ignored the scoreboard and continued to go out there and do his thing.
Here for Detroit. Westbrook's checked in, and it's Mills in for Russell. Here's Money. He's got 15. Rodic hits it from three-point range. And the Pelicans lead by 11.
They're allowing a sky-high field goal percentage. That won't get it.
Not at all. They've been able to score with ease.
Mills dishes to Westbrook. Kid Gilchrist with the steal. Rodic, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And always good to look at the backstory of the stats. Here are some numbers for Steph Curry. He's averaging 7 points per game, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. He's been held down a little bit lately, as you can see in his relatively average numbers. It's about time for him to explode, don't you think, Clark?
Yeah, I agree with you. It could be time for him to explode. I mean, he doesn't stay average for long. There's always a spurt lurking.
And Detroit has possession. Down by 12. Chavez passes to Westbrook. Knocks it loose. And pushing it up. Here's New Orleans.
Oh, ridiculous.
Tore it down that time.
They keep going down low with the ball, and it results in points. They're having their way in the paint.
And it's resulted in a big early lead, too.
Detroit with the ball. Following the score by New Orleans. Pass to Chavez. To the paint. Here's Serb. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Here it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, getting the ball into the post should be their first option every time down. Force the defense to adapt and adjust.
And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Pelicans?
They've set the first half tone by really getting out in transition.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
And so he makes both from the line. We've got 1:48 left to play in the first. Monroe in the corner. Shot clock at 5. Cannot hit. Some solid defense from Kid Gilchrist.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Kicks it to Curry. Connects from three-point range. Curry's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Pistons trail by 17. The feed to Monroe. Off target at the rim.
He's killing them with his poor shooting. The defense is more than willing to give him those shots now.
Quick hands and the ability to anticipate the opening to create a turnover, so valuable, especially for a guard, as we see 2 tremendous talents with their ability to steal that ball away.
Then, of course, you look at the numbers. John Stockton with 3,265 steals over his career. Really a crazy number. Averaged over 2 a game, and even in his later years, he was a threat in that regard.
Good on both. Detroit's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Chavez passes to Westbrook. Nice ball movement by Detroit. To stop the run, and it's laid in by Monroe.
They have got to put a body on it, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass.
Here's Money. 15 points in the game. He tries for 3. Rebound by Monroe. Monroe's got his 5th rebound in this one. Mills passes to Chavez. He feeds it to Mills. The drive by Monroe. Here's a serve. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter.
This Monday night, January 6th, the New Orleans Pelicans go up against the Brooklyn Nets. Make sure.
Welcome back, folks. Deciding to change it up. The Pistons shooting 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. Setting the floor now for the Pelicans. Money, he's in at the point. Monty Eunice out there with Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Then it's Paul George, and it's Wade in at the 2 spot. Monroe left side. Kidd-Gilchrist with the steal. Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris.
Well, guys, Money in the last outing against the Knicks was just a man on a mission. He had 70 points and seemed to be seeing the action in slow motion, piling up a huge amount of assists. What a show it was as he put up some really amazing numbers when it was all said and done. Even we marveled at his performance, Kevin.
Appreciate it, Doris. Thanks. Well, we've seen a lot of great players have a lot of great games, but that Clark was something special.
Kevin, it really was. I mean, they threw everything but the kitchen sink at him, and nothing slowed him down.
Let's just say he was really good.
Well, with that last huddle, you could see the coach was addressing how they were going to make a tactical adjustment.
And after the coach does something like that, it's on the players now to lock in and follow the lead and execute. If they don't, then the coach will put them on the pine.
The drive by Russell, and blocked. Dishes it to George. Terrific assist, a nice finish, solid play all around.
He's created some good opportunities for himself and made the most of them.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. It's rebounded by Kidd-Gilchrist.
I like that creativity, double clutching to catch the defender on the way down. I can go for that.
The pass to Money. Lets it go from 14. Monty Eunice, no good. Good work defensively by Monroe. Jackson drives in, and it's good off the back rim and in. Jackson's got 6. New Orleans gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. No good for Money. Now Russell. 23 points for him the last game against Charlotte. Jackson kicks to Russell. Back to Jackson. He dishes it to Monroe. Kidd-Gilchrist with the steal, pushing it up.
You have got to be kidding me.
Clark, talk about taking things into your own hands.
Do you get an assist and a field goal for that? I mean, that was ridiculous.
Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, it's been really sloppy out there.
I understand that they're trying to be aggressive, but still, I mean, you can play fast but still play efficiently, but they're not doing that right now. Well, he's wide open there, but really struggles from that range. Maybe there's a reason he's open.
Here's Monroe, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
The defense just couldn't recover in time.
Yeah, the D pretty much went brain neutral on that one, Clark. Wouldn't
yes,
you?
Sir. I like that phrase.
Yeah, I don't use that phrase very often, but to me, that's what happened. He shifted the brain into neutral.
Yes, he did.
That was embarrassing.
The Pistons shooting a pretty low 34% thus far. Outside Jackson. Screen by Monroe. Kidd-Gilchrist with the steal. Throws it up high. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Pushing it up. The drive by Russell. Pass to Monroe. Pelicans with the rebound. Kidd-Gilchrist has got 5 rebounds tonight.
This has not at all been the kind of performance they've needed out of him.
Here's Money, guarded by Jackson. Here's Money. Sinks that one from the post. Money's got 24 points.
You know, he started out hot, and he's only gotten hotter. He could be in for one of those games.
Outside Jackson, passes it to Chavez. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Yunus grabs the miss.
Great defense in the paint there, making it tough on the offense.
That's what he brings, a presence. I mean, you saw it on that miss. Well, it seems like they're getting a little fat and sassy here, complacent in the second quarter.
Fat and sassy. Come on, Clark. I mean, we're seeing their free throw attempts diminish, but I don't know about calling them fat and sassy. That seems kind of harsh.
And he gets it to go. And 12 points for Greg Monroe.
He doesn't need to fade away on that move. He can go straight up, make it an easier shot.
Here's Money. Drills it from outside.
He is feeling it. A terrific percentage from the field.
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. New Orleans on top, running up.
Well, you've been consistently able to find the open man through the first 2 quarters. What have you seen that you've been able to exploit in this defense?
All of it, really. I mean, I see the whole defense is something I can exploit. Man, honestly, I got them running around like a chicken with his head cut off right now. I'm just having fun like it's a pickup game at this point.
Your decisions have been on point to this point. Kevin, over to you.
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half.
Hey guys, great execution in the first half, but we still have a few things to talk about before we go back out there. You guys came to play today. What a job shutting them down with our D.
One-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. What a game we're seeing from Money.
Well, he's seen the court so well tonight. He's made some phenomenal passes here in the game so far in that first half.
You know, some folks say he's not a playmaker, but he's dispelling all of that nonsense.
They've got Jackson. He's out there with Russell, and it's Monroe in at the 4 slot. That's the 5 and the 4 for the Pistons. The Pelicans shooting just phenomenal here tonight. 73% from the field. Money passes to Yunus. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top. But instead, he'll shoot free throws. That one on George. The Pistons shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
Well, we got to give this club some credit because for the season, they're shooting 82% as a team.
Those are good numbers for any team. I mean, they can feel extremely good about their free throw shooting percentage this season.
Here's Money. And another 3 for New Orleans.
He is bombing it today. How many more threes are we going to see from him?
Well, we've already seen plenty. The majority of his points have come on that shot.
And, well, Detroit shooting 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. Stolen. Jumps up. And then Wade slams it in.
I'd say that shot was well within his range.
You think so? I mean, I was pretty good from 2 feet and in myself. That's a gimme there.
Pass to Yates. Out to the right wing. Here's Russell. Traps in the tray. Russell's got 5 now.
You know, even though he doesn't really have the long-range ability on a consistent level, he can knock down some open ones.
Here's Money. Here's George. And the layup's good off the glass. He's got 18.
And their offense is flowing. It's clicking right now at the beginning of the second half. They've made 3 of their first 4 attempts.
Outside Jackson. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
Nice physicality displayed by Monroe to set that shot up.
Here's Money. On the wing, Dwayne Wade. He's guarded by Russell. Here's Money. And it's off from 3-point range. For Detroit, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half.
Well, for one, he hasn't let them down. But a few other guys need to pick up the pace if they're going to be good.
New Orleans has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. There's the lob to the hoop. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
A little bit of a magic act here, pulling off the Houdini to make that catch and slam.
Stupendous alley-oop.
This crowd just stunned at the sight of that one.
From 17 feet out. Tries again. And he sinks the layup. Nurkic has got 5 now. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Here's Money. And he makes good on the layup.
All the buckets he's poured in today have put them in a terrific position heading into the stretch.
For Detroit, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. The drive by Jackson. Missed inside.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. It's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Montejunas with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's New Orleans. Here's Money. He's guarded by Russell. George against Jackson. George dishes to Montejunas. Clock at 6. George with the ball. Jackson on him. A nice shot by George.
Really did a nice job recognizing the mismatch that he had and immediately cashing in with that mid-range jumper.
Jackson kicks to Russell. And the pass to Nurkic. He's looking for Monroe and finds him. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Looking at the game Greg Monroe has been having, he has 9 rebounds and 12 points.
For Detroit, they have been good at the line so far, 5 of 5. That free throw good from Monroe, so both teams making some changes here. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. The Pelicans have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Here's Money. He's got 32, and that one's good. Money's got 34.
And his shots are dropping right now. This quarter has been very kind to him.
Now Mills. All alone. And that one's good. Mills has got his first points of the game. For New Orleans, they've gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the third. Detroit making a switch. Westbrook's checked in. Here now is the PK leaderboard. Over the past month, these teams have tortured opponents defensively. Pelicans, number 1.
Yeah, what a month they've had defensively. They really get after it at that end of the floor.
Here's Money. He's got 34. To the middle. Here's Knox. Mills with the rebound.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
Passes it to Yates from the arc. Can't hit. And New Orleans will come the other way. Here's Money. On target from 13 feet. Money's got 9 points now in just the second half.
They're leaning on that mid-range shot right now. That's 6 of their last 10 points from that area.
Well, they might as well continue to pull up and let it fly.
Shrugs off the contact and dunks it. He'll go to the free throw line.
Boy, he wanted everybody in the building to know who threw that one down.
Hanging on the rim is, I guess, one way to do it.
Substitution for the
Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Now the dish to Mills. Drills the three-pointer. Mills has got 5.
Boy, that is just good stuff from him. Nice touch.
Money's checked in for New Orleans. For New Orleans, they've gone 8 of 13 on shot attempts to begin the second half. Rodic. And again, no good by New Orleans.
Looked like an easy 2 points right there.
You know he's kicking himself for that.
Here's Doyle. No good with the triple.
Oh, he'd like to have that one back.
Feeds it to Curry. Pass to Knox. Back to Curry. Clock at 6. Fires from deep. Mills with the rebound.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
Got that right. He'll do it from three-point land or anywhere on the perimeter, really, because he is a deadly shooter. You've got to do a better job defensively.
Rodich. He's covered by Westbrook. Outside Curry. Fires from deep. And that one's good. Curry's got 6.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically, no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Here's Doyle. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Pelicans.
Boy, defensively, they've played with a high energy level, guys, and all the steals we've seen, really a result of that aggressiveness.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Kid Gilchrist, he's checked in for Monty Eunice.
I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second half, despite trailing in this game.
Well, you know, that's when you need to be most aggressive when you're down. Another good job of drawing contact and getting to the line.
Detroit's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. And the shot is good. New Orleans dictating the flow. Down low. There's the pass to Money. Down low. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Westbrook. And here they go. Tipped away. And it's on a bound to the Pistons as Detroit retains possession. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. You look at Chicago. They've been in peak form as we've watched them play some tremendous basketball with an eye toward the postseason. And, of course, the Detroit Pistons. They have a lot of ground to make up.
Well, you know, I think for Detroit, they've just confounded their hometown fans. I mean, this was not a team that was supposed to be on the bottom looking up.
Yeah, it's too bad for their fans because I think they felt like this would be a good season, one that they could be excited about and maybe even look to the future for even better times. But this has been a real struggle to this point.
The Pistons have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. And the first one at the line is good. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Here's Money. He's got 36. It's tipped. Stolen by Monroe. Chavez passes to Yates. And pushing it up. Here's New Orleans.
Boy, the kind of moments you love to see. Excellent defense leading to a dunk at the other end.
Clark, you got to marvel at the transition game when they've got it clicking. It's really explosive.
High octane for sure.
Oof. Yeah, turning defensive pressure into offensive opportunities. That's what it's all about.
Monroe. And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans.
And guys, let's take a look at how the Pelicans performed last month. First in scoring, first in rebounding, and they're also #1 distributing the basketball. This is a team that knows how to find the open man and convert those opportunities.
And the points that they're scoring per game that you talked about is really a result of great offensive execution. I mean, this is a club that works well together. They get great looks, and they'll also score in transition.
Passes it to Yates. In low to Monroe. Got a piece of it. Kid Gilchrist with the steal. Pass to Money. .129 left in the third. It's deflected. Here we go, all alone. The finish, throws down the breakaway jam.
Yeah, he didn't even bother to wait around for any help on that break.
That was a one-man job all the way, Steve. He knew what to do with it and when.
He kicks it to Curry. Here's Money. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Money's got 42 in the game.
Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been three-pointers.
And it's not just great offense, Clark. The defense is really lacking. Not enough energy on their closeout.
Okay, that's more like it. A nice job here in the second. I mean, their field goal percentage is way up compared to what they did in the first half, where they shot a very low percentage. It actually was just above 30%.
That drops.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
That was the 9th straight point from behind the arc, Clark. It feels like they're finding the holes in this defense.
Chavez goes back up. Westbrook, no good.
I thought he rushed it a little bit, guys, because he had a clean look, just lost his focus.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Money. He has 45 points. Just 5 on the clock. Curry passes to Knox. And that's a foul called on Money. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. First one falls for him. Both teams deciding to change it up. No good on the second free throw. From half court, no up. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. New Orleans on top, just dominating this one. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the 4th quarter of action when we return.
Wake up, son. You're in.
Oh, it's time to ball.
Pistons shooting under 40% all in all for the game. On the court for the Pelicans, getting the 4th quarter going. Corey Joseph is out there with Gordon. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Dwayne Wade. And it's Muscala in at the 5, roaming the paint. Got freed up. Nice work off the pin.
Well, after a horrible half of shooting, they bounced back here in the second half and picked up their shooting percentage quite nicely.
So it's both teams. Substitutions here. So it's the Pelicans now. Here's Money. Bangs home the trifecta. Money's got 48.
That's 12 straight points coming off 3-pointers. I mean, somebody do something defensively.
Well, I agree with you. I mean, who's going to step up? They're rolling out there now, so you got to get in their chest, make them uncomfortable, and try to deny those looks.
A little over a minute of the 4th quarter gone right now. Tries a 3, and he gets it to go. Money's got a pair of 3s here in the 4th quarter for New Orleans.
That's 2 straight quick 3-pointers they've allowed.
They better not make it 3 straight, because now all of a sudden you're looking at a hot streak.
Ball's knocked loose. Fires from deep. And another 3 for New Orleans.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the 3s they're allowing.
Yeah, I don't know, Clark. I think there might be even more defense in warm-ups. I mean, this is kind of embarrassing.
And Mills atop the key. There's the double team with Joseph. Inside. Out of bounds. Pistons ball as Detroit keeps possession.
Yeah, so close to picking that pass off, guys.
At least he got a hand on it. He did what he needed to do to make sure it didn't hit the target.
Shot clock at 6. Great open look there.
Perfect inbounds pass and an easy 2 points.
We're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter in this one. New Orleans has gotten off to a great start from 3-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3. And he gets the bucket. Money's got 57 points.
By the way this defense is playing out there, I mean, they might as well not be there. That's 5 straight wide open 3s.
Yeah, and that's way too many. I mean, typically teams will get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open threes, but they just haven't figured it out yet.
Here are the Pelicans with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Off target from outside. For Detroit, they've gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Here's Sims. Blocked. But they recover it. The 3 from Mills. Can't hit. New Orleans gone to three-point range for 12 of their points in the final quarter on 4 of 5 shooting. Here's Money. Sinks the three-pointer. Money's got 60.
Boy, they've come out of halftime just smoking hot from behind the arc.
Hey, trust me on this one, partner. They are going to continue to let them fly.
Well, he didn't quit on the play. He defended the shot, contested it, and then got back straight to the glass.
Right side, Gordon. Inside. Here's Money. Down low. Got a piece of it. And it's Gordon penetrating, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And another gap in the defense found right there. This is one of the worst defensive performances I have ever seen.
There's the pick. The pass to Doyle. Jacks up a 3. Again, the miss by the Pistons. And it's the Pelicans' ball. They're on a 17-4 run right now. No good for Money.
He's just trying to get something going, but that's not his shot. That's too far out.
Yeah, no way is that going to endear him to anybody on the coaching staff.
Sims, the pass to Doyle. Mills, that's a 2-pointer. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Well, I like the defense there. Right up in his grill, didn't give him a chance.
Here's Money. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk. Boy, look at the big ups, Clark.
Major bounce there. I mean, he can fly, folks. Really fly.
And we're seeing more and more of that, it seems, guys, out of the point guard spot in the NBA these days.
Pass to Nurkic. From the baseline. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans.
That's one he knows he should have made.
Money passes to Joseph. Here's Money. Down low. Here's Muscala. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
How did he get that to go?
Even after the whistle, I liked the awareness, the alertness, and the presence of mind to finish the play.
The Pistons making a change here. Westbrook's checked in. Detroit's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Out to the right wing. To stop the drought. Misses off the right iron.
Their offense seems completely out of sync here. They're on the wrong end of a big run.
And then at the other end, it's been bucket after bucket after bucket, giving up a huge run here.
Muscala, and he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Another bucket, adding to their lead. They've been the better team in every facet of the game.
And to turn in this kind of performance in an opponent's building, that's really impressive.
Kicks it to Mills. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Detroit, no good that time either. New Orleans dictating the flow. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Down low, Muscala, and he banks in the layup. Muscala's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Just seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. That's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
Mills can't hit. They put up quite a few unanswered points.
And clearly they found something that's working for them right now.
Here's Money, and he jams it with authority.
They're playing with a purpose, guys. The big lead becoming bigger. I like the look in their eyes.
And it's on both ends that they've been controlling the action.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Westbrook dishes to Sims. Blocked. Here's Doyle. hits the three-point bomb.
That looks like he's starting to get things going here after that scoreless first half.
They are enjoying, Steve, a commanding lead.
Well, and it gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest, which is so critical during this grueling NBA season.
And there's the feed to Joseph. Here's Muscala. Boom, he jams it straight down.
You know, the dunks are few and far between for the big guy, but every once in a while we get one just like that.
It's not hard to believe that kind of size might keep you from being a high flyer.
Yeah, that's a lot of man right there to try to get up off the ground, Kevin.
Passes to Doyle. There's the three. The shot is off. And New Orleans will go the other way with it. To the wing on the left. Here's Money. It's good from long range.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
Right side, Westbrook. Right side, Westbrook. The three from Mills. Rebound by Money. Money's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. To the middle. Here's Montiunas. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
And Mills kicks to Sims. He feeds it to Mills. Dishes it to Westbrook. Right side, Westbrook. The three from Mills. Rebound by Money. Money's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
I'll tell you what, the way he's been going this quarter, guys, they're going to need somebody else to pick up the slack.
Shot to stop the run. No good. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Gordon's running. Joseph, the pass to Muscala. He tries for three. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
He's doing it all for them right now on the offensive side. No matter what the defense has done, they haven't been able to find an answer to stop him, and he's had an answer for every defense he's seen.
It's deflected. Here's Doyle. Eric Gordon grabs the board. Gordon's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Joseph, the pass to Money. To the inside. Doyle, defended by Gordon. Here's Doyle. The offensive rebound. Gilmore off target at the rim. The Pelican shooting has been just uncontainable. 72%. Here's Money. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Man, he's got a lot of firepower right now. I mean, what a half he's having.
Both teams will make substitutions.
Look at the free throw percentage. Unblemished since halftime, Clark. That's pretty nice.
I'd go farther than that, Steve. How about perfect?
Out of bounds. Pistons ball as Detroit keeps possession.
Still Pistons ball. 18 seconds on the shot clock. 18.
Westbrook passes to Nurkic. Pass to Chavez. Just 4 to shoot. And that one's good.
I love it when a player like this shakes off a poor first half and comes back strong like he has, showing a lot of confidence in his game.
Outside Gordon. Lets the 3 fly, and he gets it to go.
Tell you what, they haven't exactly been shy about letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
You know, Steve, if you have the lead, you can afford to be a little comfortable with the three-point shots. You just don't want to fall too much in love with it.
The pass to Doyle. Lets it go with the 3. And that one's good.
Right back at you. They immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading punches, that's how you answer.
Here's Money. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
And we head to the final buzzer in a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance. This will go in the books as a really gaudy win for the Pelicans.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Yeah, it's a fun way to play, and it's fun to watch, too.
And on the year, this will turn out to be win number 34 for them.
A little bit closer to the win now, and they'll be halfway to a sweep of the season series once they wrap this one up.
That's right. It's just a two-gamer since they're in opposite conferences, and you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game 2 that they had tonight.
You look at the stats, and you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Money. And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone on his team on offense.
Here's Sims. Again, the Pistons score.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
Well, for New Orleans, shooting has been just uncontainable. 72%. Deflects the pass. Pass break Detroit. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And the first one at the line is good.
Shooting free throws.
Both good from the line that time. And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
Yeah, defensively, some really good pressure being applied, though, so you've got to give credit there. It seems like they've been rattled a little bit.
Steve, you think they've been rattled?
Oh, they're rattled, all right, and turnovers will kill you, especially with a team like this that can force turnovers and get out in transition.
The first free throw is good.
2 shots.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Another steal. Outside Kid Gilchrist. He dishes it to Gordon. They set the screen. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And Kid Gilchrist throws it down.
And a terrific run to really put this ball game away.
And now let's see how many more points they can throw up there before the horn sounds.
Here's Doyle. No good. So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dreamlike games for a coach.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, your defense was obviously a huge part of getting the win here. How much of an emphasis was that for you guys tonight?
I mean, I make sure we play strong defense. And if I catch somebody on my team dogging it out there, I'm going to bark in their ear about it. Lazy defense means it takes longer for us, for me to get the ball back. You feel me? And that's taken away from my shots, you know? That's not cool. Doors, that's not cool.
You earned every bit of this win. Congratulations. Kevin?
Thanks, Doris. That about does it for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our great crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying so long and thanks for watching. Now, here is our Jordan Player of the Game.